job done, as they say, here in this cup semi-final against Moy Villa. And Moy Villa, to be fair, gave it everything, but 3 goals in the first half proved to be the difference. Brownie's penalty, then your header from Diaz's corner, and then Keane following up from your shot that was saved to push it into the roof of the net. So how do you sum the game up yourself?
Good game. Mentally, we were good going into it because Moy Villa, you could tell in the warm-up, they were very eager to get the win, you know. They were very pumped up for it, but listen, you don't win the game on mentality. We won on the pitch, the ball was being sprung around at times. We weren't playing well. It was going around like a beach ball. So I think it went well. We were good in the first half. Second half was poorer than the first. We didn't score any goals, but look, it's grand. Got the win. That's all that matters. Moy Villa, they kept chugging it right to the very end. They never gave up. They had chances. Gary Cunningham to be in fine form. The 2 centre halves had to do a smart job too. And you needed that sort of discipline to see out Shatai, which is 8th straight win and 4th consecutive clean sheet. So it bodes well at this moment in time. Exactly, it looks great on us having a lot of clean sheets, because at the start of the season we were conceding a lot of corners and from set pieces as well. Having 8 wins on the bounce, that's great. You know what I mean? That gives us confidence going into the next game, going into the final as well. Hopefully we can keep this run going and just keep on playing football. That's the main thing. Getting the win, getting the job done. That's it. So Ballina Town in the final in next month, and we played them twice already this season. We beat them here. They beat us in Ballina, neutral ground. I know Ballina turned us over in the last couple of finals, which wasn't this particular competition, but the official cup finals in Seoul at 21 Park. So it's a chance for Westport to try and get some sort of revenge against Ballina for all these cup final defeats. Yeah, exactly. The loss last year, they still in their heads, and they're still going into it, even though we've won against them twice this year. It still doesn't mean nothing's cup final different. You know, Wildbush, bigger pitch, different surface than we played them before. Doesn't mean anything. We just have to keep on going, keep on getting the wins, keep on getting train sessions in. That's it. Parking the final 3 league games coming up: away to Ballyhane, away to Glenhest, and home to Manola. Maximum points will see us guaranteed third position, and every game will be a tricky game in those 3 for us to try and get that third spot. Yeah, Glenhest away, that's a tough away fixture we've had in the last few years. Even here it was a tough fixture. Like they're a good defensive team. Ballyhane away, that's another tough fixture because we're battling with them for third. Do you know what I mean? And Manola here would be a good game, but we just have to just get all the points we can, every win we can. That's all it is. See out the season well. Do you know what I mean? And moving on, changing the subject a little, Harlook on Thursday night with the under-21s. That was a great game of football. It was heartbreak at the end. I know there are a few tears shed, but I'm sure after that you're going to pick yourselves up again. I know you're down to play the B team in the first round of the under-21 Cup, and a possible tie against Casper Celtic in the semi-final. So still plenty to play for in that competition. Yeah, it was a tough loss. I still can't get over it, to be honest, but it's football. You can't win every game, like, you know what I mean? We learn from it. That's what we do. We learn from the match. We go into the next match for the under-21s in the Cup against the Westport under-21 B team of our own club, and yeah, against Celtic, hopefully if they beat us, like Clare Morris, they're playing into the semi-final. We just have to keep on going though, but we'll have that in the back of our heads going into every game. And of course, with all that, getting all these games in, there's that match of the FAI Junior Cup and the Calor Cup coming up in the next few months. The FAI Junior Cup will be kicking off in September, actually, depending on draws and all that. Calor Cup will be kicking off that bit later, but you'll be getting yourselves match ready for these competitions, I'm sure. Yeah, exactly. Junior Cup, Calor Cup, they're exciting times, but you have to come prepared, have to bring everything together, mentally together. Hopefully just don't pick up injuries, because I know injuries haven't been great for us. You know, today Adam Nugent got injured in the first, I don't know, it was 20 minutes, his knees had a problem there before. But we just want to focus now, seeing out the league, seeing out into this cup final, and then we'll just take every game as it comes. Absolutely, as they say, one game at a time, and we look forward to an enthralling next few weeks for the club as they look to try and get third place in the league, hopefully bring another cup back to Westport, and also doing the 21s, hopefully that they'll bounce back and have a crack at the cup. Exactly, and we have the under under 18s as well. They're playing tomorrow. Fatty Rovers is at 6:30 here. So I think we should all get support to every game that we can. You know, to come to the cups and everything like that's exciting. And I know as a player you get boosted if you see your family or friends on the sideline. So I think everyone should, if you can, get down to the games, home or away. Well, I won't expect you to go to deep end of Mayo away, but you come down to the home games. You know what I mean? It's great sport. It's great having people on the sideline that you wouldn't usually see, but you know them. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, just get all the support down, and even under 18s, 21s, junior teams, everything.
Absolutely, because Monday evening the support for the under 18s was fantastic. There was Thursday evening back in Casper. The support has been brilliant, but it has to be replicated at junior level. If you're coming to see teams winning, you need to support everyone. And I've often seen the quote being bandied about. If support us when you're winning, but we need your support when we're not winning as much.
Exactly, because you see people on the sideline cheering you on, even if you lose a game, it makes you feel better than if having no one there and you feel like crap. So just get all the support we can. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, and just listen to Harrison's message here. Whether it's the under 18s, whether it's the under 21s, whether it's the junior teams, get out there and get supporting the lads. Thank you very much. Potential Bananas game was the first today, with at 8 consecutive win and 4 consecutive clean sheet, with Darren, Harrison and Keane chipping in with the goals. But Moy Villa, you have to say, really put it up to us, and they fought right to the bitter end, and you have to give them a lot of credit.
Oh, absolutely, huge credit. It was a really difficult start for them. We came out flying, we got in front, we got those couple of goals, it was part of the plan, try to start quick, but they never gave up. They played a lot of quality football, they left extra players up second half, they recognised the fact that we were tiring quite quickly, and it wasn't just all effort from them, there was good quality in what they were doing, so they can be very proud of their effort and what they achieved this year and getting to this stage of the competition. But equally, we can be very proud of what we achieved on the back of what was a really difficult month. The amount of football we've asked those boys to play is insane. You can see today, I think for some guys that's their 4th or 5th game this week, and we were out on our feet. There was no doubt it was coming. We knew that was potentially an issue with the injuries and lads on holidays and the stuff that we had, but my God, did they graft, did they keep going, did they keep working? We wanted that clean sheet desperately, and we got it. We rode our luck, no doubt in the world about it, Kenneth. But sometimes when you work as hard as we are at the moment, it's not all pretty, but you get the rewards that we're getting at the moment, and it's a second cup final and we're thrilled.
Ballina Town is the team in the cup final coming up in a few weeks, and our record against Ballina in the cup finals, I know it was the official cups over the last few years, hasn't been all that hectic, but it's a chance for the players. I know there might be different lads now, but some lads would have been involved, is to get the revenge on Ballina and to bring the cup home and try to bury a couple of ghosts from the past.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's a very experienced Ballina side. They're probably the complete opposite to us in lots of ways. We're very young and inexperienced. They're quite experienced, full of very, very good players. I wasn't aware of the history of the cup finals, to be honest. But I don't think there's anything this cup final. It's there for us to go and try and win it. It's there for them to go and try and win it. There wasn't a whole lot separating us in both league games. They were a little bit more dominant maybe in the first one. I thought we were very good here in the second one. So it sets up a great final, and we'll certainly be going there to try and win it.
Indeed, and when you look back at the 2 league games, as I do recall, Ballina won edged the 3-2 at the last minute winner in Ballina. We won here 3-2 ourselves back in May, and it does set up an intriguing final, and I'm sure that's one everyone will be looking forward to in the next few weeks.
I think that will create a bit of excitement. We've got a nice build up to it, 4 or 5 weeks. It's a fixture that might catch the imagination of most. As you say, both games were 3-2, so there's goals potentially in this final. It's a game to be like the last game of the season. Very exciting.
So we can park this cup competition, and we have 3 big league games coming up. 2 away, 1 at home. Away to Glenhest, away to Ballyhane, and home to Minola. Maximum points will see us get 3rd position, but it's not going to be an easy task in any of these 3 games.
No, we set our goals and objectives. It's the second half of this season, what we wanted to achieve out of it. We've we've made most of them at this point. Third is there. It's realistic for us to chase. Again, that won't be easy next weekend, but it's a game we can win. We've bodies to come back. We've other players that we want to use in the next 3 games to give them experience at this level. We're going to use that opportunity to do so. And again, that'll extend the number of players that have experienced senior football this year, which will prepare us for next year. And we'll continue that over the next month.
And of course, the B team, they have 2 games to finish off their league campaign. But you need to look at the under 21s. They still have cups to look forward to. The under 18s with the Quigley Cup, plenty of action ahead. And then when you look a little further down the line, you're going to have the FAI under 17s, the FAI under 18s, the Calor Cup, and the FAI Junior Cup. So, an exciting couple of months ahead.
It's brilliant. I think with a bit of luck, once we get over tomorrow, the lads get an opportunity to regroup a little bit, and maybe over the next week or two there's a bit of a gap between the 21s and 18 games that will give people an opportunity to maybe recover a small bit. That'll help. We'll go into a very busy September with the cup final now. The only saving grace is maybe the second side will be finished playing their games. They can start preparing for the Calor Cup. We can start bringing some of the younger lads up into that squad. So it's an exciting, busy month, but it's one that we should be able to cope with given the number of players we've now coming through.
And myself included, I'm certainly looking forward to next month and the challenges that lie ahead for everyone. And I think with all these challenges, I think the support needs to be out there. We've seen it Thursday night, we saw last Monday with the under 18s. That needs to be translated with the first team.
Oh, absolutely. I think, to be fair, we've received a good bit of support over the last 2 months from the build-up to the West Ireland Cup final. There's been a lot of big games here with the 18s and the 21s, and they've been well supported. I think, we didn't, but a lot of people would have expected today's game to be soft. It wasn't soft, and maybe that didn't encourage people to come out because they've seen a lot of games this week. But there's a lot of brilliant football to see between now and the end of the season, between the 18s, 21s, ourselves, Calor Cups and stuff like that. So I'd expect to see big Westport support come and see us play that cup final against Ballina and the games that are going to fall around it.
And I'm certainly very excited, you're excited about the next few weeks ahead, but the Westport public, the supporters, I hope you're equally as excited as I am and as Kevin has, and the players. Just come out and support the lads, get them over the line. Whatever competition they're in, there's a couple of trophies there to be won, and without your support it's going to be that bit more difficult. So as I always say, add your voice to the sound of that crowd.
Absolutely, and everyone sees the effort these boys are putting in, and to see the effort that went in today wasn't pretty, but you see there was nothing left. There's nothing left in that group. They couldn't give any more than they're giving, and you know what, everybody, us, all the people around who are supporting them here, all the people who come and watch the football, can be very proud of that effort. And you know what, push us on another little bit. There's lots of big prizes there between now and the end of the season. It's just another little push, and we'll be there.
And I'm certainly looking forward to it. And many thanks for talking once again.
Thank you.